Disgusting things I've done as an alcoholic. If you're new here, my name's Amanda. I am a recovering alcoholic. I used to drink vodka and take Kratom all day, every day for about 3 years straight. In those 3 years that I was actively drinking and taking Kratom every day, someone asked me, "Are you sure you're talking about Kratom and not 70H? Yes, I bought it like all the time. It's Kratom. I know there are two different things. I know that they both exist. I have never had 70H. My thing was Kratom. There was a time that I had my hands on some opiates. If you've heard my other disgusting things I've done story, I took them from the home of a dying relative. Yep. It was a good 4 bottles of some really just gold. I also had some prescribed to me due to injuries. I've broken a rib, collapsed a lung. I've had an ovarian cyst burst. So there have been times in my life that I had opiates in my possession, but I never had them consistently, and I never went out of my way to try to find a way to keep getting them because I was afraid of getting arrested. There was a time when I had them, and this was when I took them from the home of my dying relative, that I started taking them in the car on my way to work. And one didn't do it for me. I had to take 2. I put them in a little Ziploc. I always kept a pack of bottled water in the back of my car. So I would drop my son off to school, and then I would wait a little bit and I would get to a certain stoplight. I was a creature of habit, so it had to be that stoplight. And I would pop 2 of them in my mouth, and then, I would feel it pretty quickly because it was 2 of them and I was on an empty stomach. And, I would start to feel a little high, and I would drive that way. And then for the rest of the day, I just drank and took Kratom. But I was always under the influence of something. Those 4 bottles went pretty quickly. And when I had to drive without them, I thought to myself, I can't do this. I need something. So that is when I started to justify drinking and driving. I cannot stress this enough. Don't drink and drive. Don't do it. It is not worth what could happen. It's one of the things that I am most ashamed of to this day. It's only by a miracle that I did not physically harm someone while driving under the influence. Those little ice drinks? They're like little fruity, fizzy bottles. Well, I would empty half of that out and fill the rest up with vodka, and I would start drinking that at the same stoplight that I used to pop my pills at. So I wanted to see if it would give me the same happy effect that the pills were giving me. That combined with Kratom, I loved it. And I told myself that I could actually drive that way, that I drove better that way, that I was completely in control. Whenever I would talk to people about it or they would confront me, you know what I would say? I would use the terms, I'm buzzed, but I still have my faculties. My faculties were fucking hammered. It is so miraculous to me that, like I said, that I didn't hurt anyone. If you drink and drive, please don't. Please don't. It is one of my biggest regrets, even though I did not harm anyone. I easily could have. And the fact that I was selfish enough to make that decision says a lot about my character in a very, very bad way. So yeah, don't do it.